Presentation Convent High School, Class 4, Subject English, Book Radiant Way. So, dear students, I hope you all are fine. Today we are going to read a new lesson, that is lesson number 8 from your book, Whitey's Kittens. So, quickly open your book, page number 30, and you will read this lesson today. Before you read this lesson today, I would tell you that this lesson would be very interesting for you because it is about Whitey, that is a white cat, and about its kitten that looked like balls of love. So let's open the books now and read this lesson on page number 30. Whitey was a pretty fluffy cat. Perhaps you can guess why she was called Whitey. Mary, her little mistress, was very proud of her. She played with her every day, for that they were very good friends. One morning, Mary went to Whitey's basket and cried out in delight, "Oh, mother, do come and see Whitey's kittens. She has 4 of them." The kittens were not pretty at first, for they did not have much hair and their eyes were closed. When a week had passed, Whitey's kittens opened their eyes. Before long, they became like little balls of love. All day, they played with each other in fun. "How jolly it will be when Whitey's 4 kittens grow up," said Mary to her mother. "Then I shall have 5 kittens and the cat to play." But the mother shook her head. "No, Mary," she replied, "we cannot have 5 cats in our house. Tomorrow Mr. Pigs will come and carry off the kittens to his pet shop. We ought to get quite a lot of money for Whitey's kittens." Mary was sad at the thought of sending the kittens away. Next morning, when Mr. Biggs carried them off in his basket, tears ran down the little girl's cheeks. Poor Whitey was even sadder. All day long, she followed Mary about the house, crying, "Mew, mew." Next day, Whitey could not be found anywhere. Mary searched for her everywhere in the house, in the garden, and in the field at the foot of the garden. About tea time, Whitey returned. In her mouth, she was carrying very gently one of her lost kittens. Softly, she laid the tiny creature down in her basket and gave Mary a look which seemed to say, "Please take care of her until I come back." Off went Whitey again, and before long she brought a second kitten. Then she came with a third, and soon she carried the 4th of her children back to her basket. Mary clapped her hands in delight. "Oh, look!" she cried. "Whitey has found all her babies. Mummy, please keep them this time, will you?" Her mother smiled. "Of course we shall, Mary," she replied, "if Mr. Biggs is not too angry about it." Mr. Biggs was not angry at all. "Whitey is a clever cat," said Mr. Biggs. "She must have followed me to my shop when I was not looking. She must have stolen her kittens back from me. Perhaps she thought that you were a thief who had stolen from her," said Mary with a laugh. A few months later, Whitey's kittens were sent to Mr. Biggs again, and he put them in the window with a card which said, "For sale." People who came to his shop thought them so pretty and fluffy that they soon bought them all. Whitey did not seem to mind now when they were carried away. She purred gently as if to say, "Well, they are quite grown up now. They ought to be able to look after themselves." Dear students, I hope you have found this lesson interesting, and now you're going to open your books and you will read this lesson yourself, and next you're going to do the written work